Sam, Morgan Bloomer probably never stopped playing basketball after last season, went right through the AAU circuit and looked in midseason form tonight.
Yeah, you know, that's one of those where when I came up to see the score and the 29 points, that's what I was kind of fearful of, is that she's good enough to be able to get kind of whatever she wants whenever she wants it, and tonight she was able to get a lot of those opportunities. You know, defensively we have to find ways to be a little bit better, but she's really good, and she was really good tonight.
Same token, your kids fought, they stayed in the ball game. They took the lead on the first possession of the fourth quarter, and then the well went dry.
Yeah, that's one of those where, you know, we fought to be able to get it tied at the third quarter, and we said, you know, let's find a way to win this fourth quarter, and unfortunately we didn't find a way to win the fourth quarter, but, you know, the kids continued to battle, and we had our chances. You know, too many layups for them. We don't convert on some of the opportunities that we need to convert on. So it's another one of those step in the process, and hopefully we can keep finding ways to get better.
I thought you did everything you could in the first half with rotation to keep you know, McBain and Barrett fresh, but clearly Milton challenged them and I thought exhausted them there late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's one of those where you just try to keep people fresh and just try to keep rotating bodies through, and you know, we continued to try, but Milton was very physical, you know, on all our cuts and trying to make us have to work, and that's where, you know, some of the things that we had early wasn't coming quite as easy, and that's where we have to continue to take care of the ball better.
At the same time, the way you got back in the ball game, a lot of great ball movement. Your guards found your bigs, and your bigs came through. It was a great third quarter for both Taylor Barrett and Brooke McBain.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we have to start with right now, and anytime we can get those post touches and try to get some of those conversions, that's good, and that's where we need to continue to get that feel on the outside where, you know, if they're going to really suck down, how do we get some of those perimeter shots, and where do we get some of those, and against La Folle we did a little bit better job of finding some of those, and tonight it wasn't quite there for us.
3 games in, a number of close calls, the overtime game with La Folle the other night, you were in the game into the fourth quarter here. What do you tell your kids, and how are their spirits?
Well, you know, you go into the locker room and we tried to build it up to make sure that this was our first conference game and find a way to get it. And so obviously there's some disappointment in there, but I told them that we can, you know, sit and hang our heads, which isn't going to do us any good, but, you know, we have to come Monday, be ready to practice so that we can be ready to go on Tuesday against Elkhorn. And that's kind of the way basketball is that, you know, sometimes you read about football where you got a whole week to be able to think about it, while in basketball you usually only have a day or two to be able to kind of think about it, and we just have to keep finding ways to get better, and that's where we have a lot of, you know, people that are in new roles and trying to find their playing time and figure out what's going to happen, and that's where we just have to keep trying to get better. And it's an early season, and while you never want to lose, you know, hopefully this continues to get us better for down the road.
What do you like so far about the team, and you know, we said we'd ask you the good, bad, and the ugly. How would you describe the team and the way they played so far?
Well, I think that in some ways we're scoring more points than I thought that we would be able to score, and so in finding that mid-40s, and you know, we got to be able to continue. We had a lot of opportunities that we could have pushed that score up, and what we really need to do is become better defensively. We're giving up too many points, and a lot of those points are easier than they need to be. So, I mean, you know, the good thing is I think that we're passing the ball pretty well and finding some people and getting them in good opportunities to be successful. Now we need to make it tougher on the other team and get to be a little stickier, as they might say.